Welcome to Court Explainer over the Christmas and festive seasons. From Court Explainer, a crew, a team that works round the clock to bring this explainer, we wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. But we are giving you also our Christmas and our New Year gift, the Constitution of Kenya. What does it say? Episode 4 of Chapter 3. We are dealing with Chapter 3 of the Constitution of Kenya, the national values and principles of governance. Every time the government passes a law, a policy, you hear the court say there was no sufficient public participation, and that law is null and void. Every time you see Parliament coming to your village when they want to make a budget, they have got to ask you a few things. The MCAs, when they want to impeach a governor, they have got to come to you, look for you. Whenever anybody wants to build a hotel in your village or a garage, they have got to get the public participation. What is this thing called public participation? If you look at the judiciary, if you go to the Supreme Court, from court helicopter, as you are watching from behind, you see a man or a woman who looks like fish being rained on naked at the entrance of the Supreme Court. What is that? Why are we talking about transparency? Why are we removing people naked? Why do we need to see things openly without hiding? Answers are found in Article 10 of the Constitution of Kenya. Here, the national values and principles of government will affect all state organs, every public office, every individual. We are bound by Article 10 of these values. What are they? In Article 10:1, everybody is supposed to act as a patriot, patriotism. You remember the day some small Somali boys came here to desecrate on our national flag. Kenyans were up in arms. A patriotic Kenyan is somebody who is loyal to their country. You take an oath to defend your country. So Article 10 makes it mandatory that every Kenyan must be patriotic to his country or to her country. Number 2, we must fight to have national unity. Remember, the counties are almost ethnic based, but as citizens, we have what is called the national unity. Free sharing and devolution of power. Power must be devolved. We don't have the president having imperial power. In the old constitution, the president had imperial power. Today, we have the president, we have the governors, we have the cabinet secretaries, we have the permanent secretaries, we have the speakers. That is what is called devolution of power. Equality, that we must at every time deal with each other as equals. You do not discriminate somebody because she's a woman. You do not discriminate somebody because he is short or he is tall. Then it moves on to say, the rule of law. Everybody in this country is subject to the rule of law. There's nobody who is senior, there's nobody who is lower. Democracy. We have seen a few days ago the by-elections that were there, that everybody can participate and vote. In Kenya, everybody above 18 years who is a citizen is allowed to take a vote, cast that vote, and that vote will matter. That is what is called universal suffrage. Then we have and participation of the people. That is the most critical issue. The people must participate in everything. Let me come to you. You the father, you the mother. Do you ask your children what type of dress you want to buy for them? Do you take your kids to the salon and say, hey, boy, nyolewa box. Kamsichana, tengenezwa braids. That time is over. Get it clear. Participation now is a right of everybody. You cannot order people to do what you want. You must discuss with them. The girlfriends who were there originally had no voice. Today, the girlfriends have a voice because Article 10 gives them the power to participate actively in any decision. The children have a voice. The wives and husbands have a voice. The citizens have a voice. Government cannot wake up and tell us what it wants. We must be consulted. We must agree. The county government of Nairobi, the county government of Makueni, the governor Mombasa cannot make any law without asking the people. So, active participation is a value that is captured in Article 10 of the Constitution. Many of government projects have failed because there is no participation. And this one, I'm addressing to the government of Kenya. Don't be mad when the judiciary stops the laws of Cybercrime Act amendment. Did you ask the people? Did you consult them? Did they agree? So nowadays, we have under Article 10 a regime that you can only lead if they accept and agree to lead them the way they want. That is Article 10, 1A. What about Article 10, 1B? Article 10, 1B, which is very fundamental, brings in what is called the Bill of Rights. Kenyans are talking about the Bill of Rights. What? That is Chapter 4. We are going to Chapter 4. Where is the basis of Chapter 4? Do you remember when the police could arrest you and detain you in police cells for 1 year without taking you to court? Do you remember when you were a student in school and you could be caned thoroughly by your teacher? Do you remember when you were a wife and your husband could slap you badly and you say, thank you, boss, for slapping me? Do you remember when you were working in an Indian shop, in a Chinese shop, and you are kicked and you are abused? You are told you are you nigger, you black idiot, and you say thank you? Not anymore. Why? Article 10, 1B says everybody must be given, number one, treated with human dignity. Everybody must be given that human dignity. 2, equity. People who were discriminated at one time must be brought back. Do you know the university admission criteria for girls is lower than to the men? It is called an affirmative action. To bring the ladies to the table to compete. Remember, they were not allowed to go to school. Those days, women's job was to cook. But the law under Article 10 now has brought what? The principle of equity. 3rd, social justice. That socially there must be justice. It is no longer business as it used to be. Then it moves on to another element of inclusiveness. Is your law firm only employing kisses? Is your media house only because the owner is a Kikuyu employing Kikuyus? Is one government office The National Cohesion Commission always publishes how the composition of government offices are. Is it true that the Kikuyus, the Luos, the Kambas, the Kisis, the Luyas have taken 97% of the positions of this country? Do we have in your business women as employees? Do you only employ men, or do you only employ women? The law now talks of inclusivity. You must include every gender, every race, every height, every educational background, every religion. Do you employ only SDA people? Do you employ only Catholics? Do you employ only people from Roho, Kanisa ya Roho? You are wrong. Article 10, 1B provides that inclusivity is a serious issue. It moves on to the question of equality and human rights. Are you providing human rights to your employees, to the people? Non-discrimination. You're not going to discriminate anybody based on any issue. And protection of the marginalized. This is a very serious fundamental constitutional principle. Who are the marginalized? The marginalized are provided for. The women are marginalized. The children are marginalized. The disabled are marginalized. The widows are marginalized. Those people who are poor are marginalized. Single mothers who have no jobs are marginalized. Slum people are marginalized. So the law talks about we must protect those who are marginalized. What a serious constitutional provision. D, in Article 10D, it says we must be governed by good governance, integrity. So the question about good governance, corruption, is here. Have you given kitu kidogo? Are the police officers on the road asking you for kitu kidogo? Are you going to an office and asking to be given something kitu kidogo? Transparency, this is now the biggest pregnant point in this house. Transparency. Everything must be done openly. Nowadays, judges, judicial officers, the Inspector General of Police, every position of government is advertised openly. People must be, the list of the people who have applied must come out. These are the people who applied. This is their counties. This is their academic qualification. These are the people who were shortlisted. Do you nowadays realize all interviews for public officers is openly done? The media, court helicopter, captures transparently what happens in court. Court helicopter captures what happens in parliament. Live sessions of parliament, live sessions of courts, live sessions of the executive, live sessions of cabinet. So this is because of Article 10, transparency and accountability. And lastly, sustainable development. We must plan ourselves, not because we are planning to live, eat, and die, but we must plan to be alive and forever and be there. And that is Wakili Danstan Omari, looking at the critical Article 10 that matters a lot in governance and in how our affairs should be dealt. Enjoy your Christmas holiday and enjoy your Happy New Year with your loved ones. Say hi. Court Helicopter News will send them a card next year. Wakili Danstan Omari. Thank you.